The day basically kicked off with me getting to do something I was so excited to do.
Hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification to become part of the Transplant Helper community.
Hey Transplant Helper community, my name is Jim Merle and it has been what I consider a great day here. I've had a wonderful opportunity to go over to my transplant center, UAB Hospital, check on a few people I already know, visit with a few new people, and really just kind of continue to do what I hope to do, which is to advocate, educate, and motivate fellow transplant patients. Now, the day basically kicked off with me getting to do something I was so excited to do, and that is to stop in for just a moment and visit with my friend Anthony Smiley. Now, I gave him a big shout out the other day, so many of you may have seen that. He received the gift of life just 2 days ago. I got to go by and see him today. He looked good, okay? Now, like any of us, sure, he was weak. He was sitting in a chair, didn't have a whole lot of voice, a whole lot of energy, but boy, he did have some joy within him. He just kept telling me, he said, I can't stop crying. I got tears of joy. And we're looking at a great big former Alabama football player with tears running down his cheeks. And I could really tell how appreciative, how thankful, how gifted he feels to have the gift of life. So Anthony Smiley, it was great to see you. You're going to do absolutely great. Just so excited to get to spend time with him. We had great conversation. Really just an all-around great guy. So continue to keep Anthony Smiley in your prayers. Now, after leaving there, I went back. That was in CICU. I went down to HTICU, a heart transplant intensive care. Got to visit with a few different patients over there. Again, some of which I knew, some I didn't. But mainly it came down to a couple of different people. Number one, I want to mention Mr. Pritchard. Now, Mr. Pritchard is someone that I've actually known for quite a while. He had an LVAD, just been waiting on transplant for I forget how many years. He's had a really difficult road. Long story short, he's not doing very well at all. They decided to go ahead and remove the LVAD. They've taken him off the transplant list. Things just don't look really good right now, but I got to stick my head in, check on him a little bit. Got to meet one of his children, his son. As a matter of fact, I actually saw him in the HTICU waiting room. Ended up catching him in the elevator, talking with him for a while. Kind of got, updated on what was going on. Great young man. So keep that entire Pritchard family in your prayers. It's going to be a tough road. And so hopefully, it'll be in the will of God that something could turn around and, change. Right now, it doesn't look that great. But, prayers go out to him. Just, you know the deal. Just keep on encouraging everyone you can. Good to see them, even in not the best of situations. Now, after that, one of the other people I want to mention I was able to meet, I went on around the corner. Some of my nurses give me heads up suggestions. They follow HIPAA guidelines to do that, but they'll point and say, go see that person in that room or that one over here. Can't give me a lot of information. They pointed me in direction of a room of a lady that I went by to see. Basically, her name is Lee May. I think it was Lee. Anyway, Miss May. I got to meet her. She's a couple, 2.5 weeks out of heart transplant. She actually had gotten out of the hospital, seemingly was doing pretty well, but she's back in right now with both forms of rejection. So she's having a really tough time, especially emotionally, just dealing with it. She didn't expect to be in this type of rejection to that extent so quick. And I'll admit, and I told her, it was pretty rare that happened. The doctors had already told her that as well. But it's not unget-overable, as I say. And so hopefully, you don't know her. I don't really know her much either, although we had a great conversation today. A huge shout out to you, Miss May. I'll certainly be praying for you, and please, you all pray for her as well. But if you've got anything you can encourage her with, if you've been through rejection of either type, especially early on, comment below the video. Give her some of your ideas. I think she's going to be having and already has started maybe plasmapheresis and or IVIG treatment. So, she's kind of getting her feet wet in that, and that's not fun, but, again, it's doable. So try to encourage her below this video. Now, when I finished up the visiting, and there were several other there I'm not going to name or mention right now for different reasons. When I finished up there, and this has nothing to do with the transplant work, I went over to my favorite burger place. I know, not the best diet, but I went over to my favorite burger place, Saul's Soul Kitchen. It's in the Avondale community of Irondale, Alabama, outside of Birmingham, whatever. Always eat there. Always get the same thing. Always get the pimento cheeseburger. You can like it or love it. I think it's great. Went there, walked in. The lady behind the counter said, we don't do a pimento cheeseburger. And I was like, well, can you hook me up? I've had them before. I kind of went back and forth a little bit with her. She said, no, we put pimento cheese on our chicken sandwich, but never on our burgers. I kind of knew better, but I just kind of looked at her, I want to be friendly. I said, man, I hate that because I always, I like to get that, if I can, but I'll find something different. About that time, and I had already been looking around kind of for the manager. He's a buddy of mine. I didn't see him. I didn't think he was there. About that time, right over to my right there, a door opened, and the manager walks out of his office, interrupted the young lady that was taking my order, and said, oh, we'll do it. He said, this guy here's in all the time. He always gets a pimento cheeseburger. It was a special we had before you even started working here. I'll take care of it. He walked over, punched some things in the register, walked back into the kitchen, and actually personally made my pimento cheeseburger for me. Again, not my best choice to eat, but it was a treat, one of those things you do. I'll eat salads and drink water for about 60 months now or whatever. Be careful, don't spoil yourself, and I'm not spoiling myself. I'm being a good boy most of the time. But the point is, it pays to know people, and it pays to treat people with respect, I hope. And certainly in his case, hey, it's fun having friends in important places, and he hooked me up. So to Saul Soul Kitchen, to the manager especially, thank you for that. If you're ever in the area, the Avondale community, again outside of Alabama, really in Irondale, Alabama, it's maybe 10 minutes outside of the hospital area, go ahead and give them a try. Great food. Everything on the menu is absolutely awesome. Try the pimento cheeseburger and tell him Jim Merle sent you, and maybe he'll hook you up as well, because it's not on the menu, but he'll take care of you. Anyway, great day visiting patients. Keep Bruce Smiley in your prayers. Keep the Pritchett family in your prayers. Keep Miss May in your prayers. So many others. You can be an advocate. You can be an encourager too. So stick yourself into the transplant community and give someone some help that they need. We've all been there, and we're currently doing that right. Anyway, thank you so much. Until next time, stay stronger, friends.